This is the champion fusion for the month of July 2024, and in this video I want to take a first look at his skills to even tell you whether he's going to be worth going for or not. Fusions in raid is something that happens every month. This one is going to be a little bit easier because it's called a fragment fusion. You still have to do a bunch of events and tournaments to get this champion eventually. But what is special about this one is that you can get fragments of this champion, and you can choose to save him for a CVC or whatever champion chase that you decide to fuse this champion. So it's not one that has an expiry date, but the event to get a fragment of him will end at a certain date. So when the fusion events and calendar are all launched, we'll have to take a look at that and see if it's easy or not. But from his skills and abilities in this video I want to read out, you can tell whether this is champion that is going to help you in your teams or not. So usually it's not advisable for you to go for every fusion in raid because it will go drain your resources. So check out this video if this is going to be one that will help you decide whether this champion is right for you. I'll also be making that decision for my main account and my alt account that I play on. So my main account, I go for every fusion, whether it's trash or not. At least I'll get to fuse him during a CVC. That alone gives me 30,000 points, and that might be a reason to go for him. But for the alt account, I have to be careful. Look to Pro will see if this champion is going to be worth it for faction wars. Some players might be trying to get him for City of Centrano, so depends on your account will determine what his skills might help you do. All right, that's the intro. That's his champion character design. From the background you can tell that this looks like Hans is a human, so it looks like orcs faction. I'm gonna call it out and say this is orcs faction, right? I've not seen his skills, his abilities. I just wanted to record this video. This is a first impression video. Whatever I get wrong, you always correct me in the comment below. So let me quickly click and see his champion avatar. That's his face. Definitely an orcs faction champion because they do have the animal skin that they always wear on themselves like the others, right? That's his full character design, and see what it looks like. He has skulls, and this weapon that he's holding also looks similar that I've seen before in raid. I can already think of other champions who have a similar design. All right, but he's unique though. He's unique. His character design is unique. It's not a copy of a character or anything in the game. So let's see the last one and his name is Packmaster Shy'ek. It's always hard to say these names in raid, and eventually we'll hear them say it officially. But I'm saying it's Packmaster Shy'ek. So Shy'ek or something. Shy'ek. Alright, so that's gonna call him Shy'ek. He's a first affinity champion, a legendary champion from the Orcs faction. Like that's the banner for the Orcs, right? Yes, from the Orcs faction right there. And these are his skills. In this video, let's see what the A1 does, A2, A3, A4, or even a passive, or see if it's gonna be useful in content. In A1, he attacks one enemy, has a 50% chance of placing 60% increased defense debuff for 2 turns. On who? He attacks one enemy, has a 50% chance of placing 60%, okay, decreased defense. I thought it's increased defense. Decreased defense debuff for 2 turns. Then teams up with an ally, with any ally. Terror Beast, Gun Mask, Hound Spawn, Hellfang, Stitch Beast. You know what I'm kind of weirded about all these names they are calling? Because all those champions are, Terror Beast is an epic. Gun Mask, Hound Spawn, Hellfang, Fairhound, and Stitch Beast are all rares. So in which content would you use this champion with these all rares? That's what I'm thinking. They all join the ally attack, which is A1. The allies joining the attack will use their default skills as usual. That's one way A1 we've never seen an A1 that has ally join attack. I think some of these legendaries or mythical champions have it, I don't know. But you get the point. This is a legendary champion with ally attack for specific champions. It's not just saying specific factions can join his ally attack. It says specific champions can join his ally attack, and these are champions we've never really built or used in raid. Gormax, Houndspawn, Fairhand, and Hellfangs and Stitch Beast are never used in raid. So will this be now a reason for us to begin to use them in content? Maybe content will come out where they are useful. I don't know. I've never taken any of them to 40, 50, not even to 60. So we'll find out whether that's a reason to build him. But from that A1, I can tell you, people don't want to build Gormas and all these champions. Even if they join the attack, how much damage will their A1 do? And why are they joining the attack with this champion? Why are they in the same thing with him? That A1 is a strange one. I'll tell you right off the bat. Now, for the A2, which is called Pack Alpha, so it's like the leader of the pack. The A1 is called Kill Command. The A2 Pack Alpha will be on a 3-turn cooldown when you spend your legendary skill tomes on it. It removes all debuffs from this champion. That's just a team. That's the heal, a full cleanse for only himself. It's kind of sad. What about your other allies? So it seems like he's a support champion because his A1 is not like doing crazy damage. He's just calling everybody to go do the damage. His A2 is also seems like it's not a damage ability. After he removes all debuffs, what then does it do? It's gonna heal them. Removes all debuffs from this champion and heals them by 50% of their max HP. So he's gonna heal himself. I thought he said remove all debuffs from all allies, then heals them. No. He's gonna heal himself, remove all his debuffs. So he's just like the Pack Alpha, right? Then he places shield buff on himself for 2 turns. The value of the shield is equal to any surplus heal, still for himself. The shield buff cannot be removed, stolen, or transferred if at least one of these champions are in the same team. Again, they still want you to pair all these epic and rares with him in the same team. Finally, he places a taunt buff and a reflect damage buff on himself for 2 turns. Everything is about on himself. These buffs cannot be removed if any of them is on the team. Taunt and reflect. Shield on the A2 cannot be removed if any of these rares or terror beast epic is on the same team with him. So maybe you might want to, this skill might make you use one of them in the same team with him, and I'll prefer a terror beast which at least is an epic than any of these rares. I mean, Stitch Beast back in the days, people used to hype him out a little bit, but I don't think I want to build any of them just because of this champion. There are legendary champions who pair well with another legendary or with another epic. Sometimes we don't even want to use them together. Now this one wants to use rares. All right, let's not judge him too harsh. Let's go to the A3, see if that's going to be worth it. On the A3 called Blood Howl, that's on a 4-turn cooldown. When booked, it comes down to a 3-turn cooldown. It has a 100% chance when booked of placing block, buff, debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. It fills his turn meter by 25% first. 25% turn meter fill. Block, buff, debuff on all enemies. That's like a skill that Ugo has, but I want you to do something else. So let's read on. This debuff cannot be resisted if at least. So you will need accuracy on this champion basically, except you bring one of these rares or one epic terror beast on that same team. So if you terror beast comes along, he doesn't need accuracy to land this block of debuff. That's too conditional and that's too specific. Now I'm thinking for faction wars, maybe terror beast it's not a bad idea to bring in so you can benefit from all this stuff. But I don't think. Let's see on the the passive. Finally, it doesn't even have an A for passive. It's called We Hunt as One, a passive that places Hex debuff on the attacker for 1 turn. Right? Ally attacks on target under a Hex debuff placed by these champions deal 20% more damage. The ally attacks will only be from the Fell Hands and the rares, right? Or from the Terror Beast. It's not like any other person can join the attack. When this champion is attacked, an ally, all these champions will counter attack. So if he wants to feel like a wolf, like a lord over all the rares, why don't you be a lord and wolf pack alpha over epics? Why rares? I don't get it. Increases ally speed in all battles by 19%, which means it can be in the leader slot. This is a very weird champion. It's not a bad build, it's just that Gormax, Handspawn, Fairhand, and all this. Which faction do they belong to? They're not even in the faction that he belongs to. I'm not even going to bother. I just know that they have been trashed all this time. They've been released in raid, all those raids. They would never use them in anything except one that was useful for the fusion of Razen. Terror Beasts have never really built any of this champion. Does this mean we'll have to now go take a second look at these rares and these epics and begin to use them alongside this champion? Or do you think this just makes you want to skip this fusion? Now, from what I can tell, Packmaster Shy'ek has not shown me one place where I want to use any of these rares or epics with him. I don't see one place where I want to use him, except there's a new content coming up, maybe the new 3v, what do you call it now? The new PvP mode that is about to come out. I don't see any place currently in raid where these rares will be useful in raid. They'll just be nuked down to bits and pieces. He doesn't have any heal or revives for them. He just have only heal for himself, shield for himself, reflect damage on everything on himself. The only thing that the allies benefits is from the A1 and then the block buff, debuff that he places. So for me, I'll tell anybody looking at this champion, he's not a damage dealer. You can see that all his skills is like supporting rares, supporting an epic. And I might be judging him too harsh without looking at his multipliers, without looking at his role. He's an HP based champion. So I don't know what in raid that will come up that will require me to use this champion. But I hope somebody proves me wrong and explain this better. But for now, from what I'm reading, they want us to go build 1 or 2 or 4 of these rares: Stitch Beast, Terror Beast, Gore Mask. I don't think today is the day for me to build any of those rares. I will keep using them as 3-star chickens that they are until I find a content where this can be useful. For now, I don't think I'm gonna build them. Maybe Terror Beast because it's an epic, but the rest are rares. I don't think I'll be building any of them. Fellhound was the one that we can use for campaign farming, right? Fellhound is good for campaign farming, or am I thinking of somebody else? Anyways, that's all I have to say about this champion. Packmaster Shy'ek is the champion fusion for July, and yet again, we don't expect Playroom to give us back to back amazing fusion after amazing fusion. We expect a break like this in transmission, where we take a break from July and not even do any fusion events. You might go along the way and get some fragment pieces of him to eventually, break down and get your fragments for the other legendary champion that you obtain. But that's what I think about this champion. These are my first impressions. When people test him in battle and all that, we might see a different listing. But for now, my first impression of this champion is not so good. The noob to pro will look at the faction. If we are very lacking in orcs faction, we might fuse him. But if we have orcs faction taken care of, we're not going to go for this champion. My endgame account will go for him because, like I said, I have all the resources in that account to go for it. And for Headhunter's account, I don't think this is going to be worth it at all because of you have to build all this red. We've never seen a champion like this rely on so many people to help him do damage or to help him be useful. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more daily raid content. Let me know in the comments what you think about Packmaster Shy'ek July fusion. Is it one that you're looking forward to, or is it one that you're boldly going to skip? I'd love to read what Ray says about this champion before I even end the video, so you guys don't think I'm just misleading you guys. They say Packmaster Shy'ek is a unique type of champion who thrives when surrounded by his loyal hounds. You see, they want you to surround him with loyal hounds. As a mighty pack leader, Shy'ek excels at gathering hounds to his side, enhances his abilities in battle. He's a versatile champion, useful in both PvP and PvE content. With Packmaster on your team, new players will be able to utilize hounds for clearing early content. Yeah, they said it right. Early content, yes. Effectively. And seasoned players can experiment in the arena or form new teams against the Hydra. Rares in the Hydra. Now, the problem is those rares die too quick, and there's no way to bring them back. Shy'ek's pack consists of Terror Beast, Gore Master, Houndspawn, Hellhound, Hellfang, Fellhound, and Stitch Beast. When at least one hound joins him in battle, his skill set gains additional benefits. I'm thinking the epic is the best one to join him in battle, which is Terror Beast. Without his loyal beast, Shy'ek's A1 has a chance to land decreased defense. His A2 allows Packmaster Shy'ek to tank and absorb enemies' damage with the help of taunt, self-heal, and occasional shield. A3 will increase allies' storm meter and place block buff debuff, so you will find it useful for speed teams in the arena. And his passive will boost the whole team's damage against target enemy. Which team? Res? When Shy'ek is joined by at least one member of his pack, his A1 additionally commands his hounds and So I don't think there's anything they say that I did not say, right? By the way, if you're not impressed with his current roster of loyal hounds, just wait. Packmaster is always on the lookout for new members to add to his pack. Now you're talking. Now this might be something they are just teasing, and who knows what beast will join his side next. So the list of champions that currently can join his ally attack can be improved with time. They are teasing it. They didn't tell us whether soon you'll be able to, a legendary will be able to join his pack, or members from the Orcs faction can join his A1 ally attack. For now, they just wanted to tease us with only one terror beast and all these rares, knowing fully well that we might not want to go for him. So it's quite sad that if people lose out on this fusion because it's all full of rares that can benefit from his ally attack, and then later they now increase the amount of champions that can join his attack with new epics or legendaries, it's going to be a sad one, because people will be like, they got switched and baited. That's what it's going to feel like. But anyways, that's what I think about this champion. Hopefully you guys leave your comments below, and you've heard what Red said. Definitely the same thing like I said, but this ending part, I did not see this coming. I did not know that a list of champions that can join an ally attack can be increased later with new champions adding his ranks. Anyways, later guys, see you live on stream later by 6 p.m. I'll be doing some account takeovers for some people and building some clan boss teams. Later guys.